Good day, class. Today we will discuss about completing the accounting cycle for a service business. Last week we have discussed about the adjusting journal entries or the adjustments and also the adjusted trial balance and some of the scenarios or accounts that are to be adjusted. Makikita natin dito sa worksheet na ito yung unadjusted trial balance, tapos yung sinagawa nating adjustment, pagkatapos yung adjusted trial balance. Paano tayo nag-arrive doon sa adjusted trial balance? Ito ay simpleng plus minus lamang mula doon sa unadjusted trial balance doon sa adjustments. At makikita na natin dito yung mga kasama doon sa adjusting entries na usually ay ginagawa at the end of the month, kagaya ng depreciation para sa ating mga fixed assets, gayon din yung allowance for bad debts na ibinabawas doon sa ating accounts receivable, gayon din yung iba pang mga accounts like the unearned income, like the accrued expenses. Yan, kasama yung mga yan sa ina-adjust natin on the last day of the month. Pagkatapos nating ma-prepare ang adjusted trial balance, pwede na tayong gumawa ng financial statement. In financial reporting, there are several financial statements which serve different purposes. Some of which are, number one, the income statement or the statement of comprehensive income or the profit and loss statement. Iisa lang yan, iba-iba lang yung tawag. The second one is the statement of changes in equity. And the third one is yung balance sheet or the statement of financial position. At meron ding statement of cash flow at notes to financial statements. For our lesson for today, doon lang tayo mag-focus sa tatlo. Yung income statement, statement of changes in equity, at saka yung balance sheet. So the first one, the income statement. The income statement, also called the profit and loss statement. Bakit profit and loss? Kasi dito ay dinedetermine natin yung profit or loss, anuman sa dalawa ang mangyayari as a result ng business operations. This is a formal statement showing the financial performance of the business for a given period of time. Financial performance is measured simply in terms of revenues less expenses incurred. So take note, revenues less expenses. The income statement basically contains all the nominal accounts except the drawing accounts and the income summary accounts. Last time, na-discuss natin ano ba yung nominal accounts. Sila yung mga temporary accounts, no, na makikita natin sa income statement nga, like the revenues at saka yung mga expenses. There are two ways of presenting income statement. The first one yung natural form or single step form na ginagamit sa service type of business, and the other one is the multi-step or the functional form na ginagamit naman sa merchandising business. So, magfo-focus tayo ngayon sa single step dahil tayo ay nasa service type of business. So, ito yung example ng income statement or profit and loss statement or the statement of comprehensive income. Sa left side, no, makikita nyo yung simplified format of the profit and loss statement or income statement using the single step. This is in the pro forma ng mga XX, wala pang figure. At tingnan nyo maigi yung heading niya, ano ang composition heading, name of the company, and then second line, anong financial statement ito. So dapat nakalagay dyan, kung hindi profit and loss statement, o pwede ring income statement or statement of comprehensive income. The third line sa heading is yung for the month ended December 31, 2020. The period covered is worded as for the, then followed by the date of the accounting cycle ended. So dito sa income statement, gagamitin natin ang for the month kasi pinapakita to yung period lang ng business operation ng mini-measure natin, which is from December 1 hanggang December 31. So, yung month na yan yung period ng business operation na ating ginagawan ngayon ng financial statement. So, makikita nyo rito yung revenues o yung mga income natin, less expenses, yung mga ginastos natin, equals, it's either net income or net loss. Net income pag mas malaki yung revenue, net loss naman pag mas malaki naman ang mga expenses. Sa right side, ito na yung pinaka-example ng ating income statement base doon sa ating gray electronics repair services na ginagamit nating illustration ng mga nakaraang lessons natin. So, service revenue, 9,850. Tapos less yung expenses. So, kung marami expenses yan, iisa-isahin mo yan. Depreciation expense, salaries expense, utilities expense, rent expense, service expense, taxes and licenses, bad debts expense. Ito kasi yung mga na-encounter nating account titles doon kay Gray Electronics last week. At ang result ng operation na ito ay net loss. Ibig sabihin, lugi pa sila ng 2,320. The second one is the statement of changes in equity. After preparing the income statement, the statement of changes in equity is prepared to formally update the capital account. This is a formal statement that shows the movements in the equity accounts in the given period of time. Yung naging movement or galaw ng iyong capital. So dito, makikita natin yung heading niya pa rin, Gray Electronics Repair Services. Second line, statement of changes in equity. Tapos, for the month of December 31, 2020. So, beginning balance ni Mr. Gray ay 13,200. Less Mr. Gray drawing o yung winidraw niya, 7,000. I-less pa rin natin yung net loss niyang 2,320. Balikan natin itong net loss. Ito siya, oh. Ito yung result ng operation na nakita natin sa income statement. Siyempre, dahil loss, ibabawas natin yun sa capital. Therefore, ang ending balance ay 3,880. Ito na lang yung natitira doon sa pinaka-capital ni Mr. Gray. So, ito ay as of December 31. Yan na lang ang kanyang balance na kanyang capital. The third one, the balance sheet. The balance sheet is a statement that shows the financial position or condition of an entity by listing the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity at a specific date. Also known as the statement of financial position, the balance sheet provides the amounts for the various assets, liabilities, and owner's capital accounts. The assets are presented first, followed by the liabilities and equity. So yun yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ilalagay natin sa balance sheet. To show that the accounting equation is satisfied, the total assets and total liabilities and owner's capital should be highlighted to be of equal amount. So example tayo ng balance sheet, Gray Electronics pa rin. So ang heading niya, yung name ng company, second line, statement of financial position or balance sheet. Pwede. Tapos, ito naman as of December 31, 2020. So, nauna yung assets, followed by the liabilities, and then by the owner's equity. So, tandaan natin yung accounting equation natin na assets is equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. So, yung total ng assets dapat ay pareho din sa total ng liabilities at owner's equity, which is, in this case, 26,680. So, balanse sila. Pansinin nyo, class, saan nakuha itong mga figures na ito? Ang mga figures na makikita natin sa balance sheet ay permanent accounts, kagaya ng cash, accounts receivable, and so on and so forth. Ibig sabihin, pag permanent accounts yan, hindi siya nominal accounts na makikita sa income statement. Ang permanent accounts, ang figures nito ay yung mga ending balance na makikita natin doon sa general ledger postings. Balikan natin ang ledger noong nakaraang lesson natin pertaining to Gray Electronics Repair Services. So ito siya. Yung dalawang lesson ito, no? Yung sa posting process at saka yung adjusting entries. Tingnan natin itong cash. Ang ending balance niya rito, ang kanyang normal side or normal balance ay nasa debit, which is 7,480. So balikan natin si balance sheet, cash niya is 7,480. So tama, di ba? Balance yan pagkatapos ng mga plus minus doon sa cash. And then, yung accounts receivable naman, mapapansin nyo rito, meron siyang debit balance na 3,400 dito sa ledger. Tingnan natin ang accounts receivable dito sa balance sheet. 3,700. Bakit siya 3,700? Hindi sila pareho. Kasi, yung lesson natin last week, adjusting entries, mayroong adjustment na naganap kay accounts receivable. Nagdagdag ng 300. Kaya, ang resulta ay 3,700, which is tama dito sa nasa balance sheet. And then, less allowance for doubtful accounts, 100. Ito yung sinasabi natin na may approval yan ng management dapat. Tapos yung service supplies, 600 supplies. Ayan, 1,500 dito kasi meron niyang adjustment na naman. Diba? Natatandaan nyo? Yung actual na naggamit doon sa service supplies. Ang, diba, ginamit nating account titles dyan para sa debit credit ay service supplies at saka yung supplies expense. So, nagkaroon tayo ng adjustment dyan. And then, ganun din sa iba, no? Furnitures and fixtures, service equipment, tapos sa liabilities, okay, tingnan natin. So, dapat pareho yan dito sa makikita natin sa mga figure na ito. Accounts payable, 9,000. Ayan, tama yung nakalagay dito. Base dito sa nakikita natin sa balance sheet. And then, yung capital ay 3,880 na lang. So, after the balance sheet, nadako na tayo sa closing entries. This is the step 8, no? Preparation of closing entries. In the preparation for the next accounting period, closing entries are to be made, and this comprises 3 different activities. Una, preparing closing entries in the general journal. Second one, posting the closing entries in the general ledger. And the third one, creating post-closing trial balance. So, definition of closing entry and its importance or purpose. A closing entry is a journal entry made at the end of an accounting period to transfer the temporary account balances to the permanent accounts. The importance or purpose of closing entries is to reduce the balances of the temporary accounts to zero from the general ledger and prepare the permanent accounts for another accounting period. So yung mga temporary accounts or nominal accounts na makikita sa income statement, dapat ay maging zero siya. Ito ang sinasabi dito. Ano-ano yan? So by making closing entries, all nominal or temporary accounts are closed out to the owner's capital account through the income summary account. Paano ginagawa yan? Income summary is a summary account used to close the income and expense accounts. And then, the net income amount shall be transferred to the equity accounts of the owner. So una, i-close mo yung nominal accounts sa income summary, and then yung income summary sa capital or doon sa equity. Before kami ay nag-aaral, ang gamit namin dyan ay income and expense summary. No? Hindi yung income summary lang. Income and expense summary. So example natin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Revenues, debit, credit, income summary. Yan yung pro forma entry. Ganyan yung pagko-close ng account, no? Ulitin natin. Number 1, revenues, debit, at credit natin yung income summary. This is to close revenue accounts. Bakit tayo nag-debit ng revenues? Tandaan natin, ang revenues, ang normal balance niyan or normal side niyan ay credit. So, para ma-zero out mo yung figure ng credit side na yon, dapat ay i-debit mo siya. So, kung halimbawa lang na 1,000 ang revenue mo, dapat at siya ay nasa credit side, para mawala yung 1,000 na yun, dapat i-debit natin si revenue. So, zero balance siya. Income summary, debit, credit natin si expenses. This is to close the expense account. Ang paliwanag ay kagaya ng sa revenues. Ang normal side ng expense account ay debit. So, para ma-zero out mo siya, kailangan mo siyang i-credit. Pero ibabangga mo siya sa income summary. Pansinin nyo guys, dito, pinaghiwalay lang ng journal entry yung income at saka expense. So, ang summary niyan dalawang yan, yung pa rin makikita natin doon sa income statement, which is yung revenues less expenses, kung ano man yung figure na lumabas doon, ito rin dapat ang lalabas na figure dito sa ginamit nating income summary, binangga si revenue at saka income summary, binangga si expenses. So, dapat pareho pa rin yan. Number 3, income summary, debit, ang credit ay owner's capital. This is to close income summary account if there is a net income. Kung ang result ng business operation mo na makikita natin sa income statement ay income or net income, para ma-close mo siya, i-debit mo si income summary at i-credit mo si owner's capital. Ano ang effect kapag i-credit mo ngayon si owner's capital? Ibig sabihin, yung ating net income ay idinagdag na natin sa ating capital. Sa number 4, debit owner's capital, credit income summary. Ito naman, kung ang result ng business operation ay net loss. Kagaya kanina na loss tayo, 2,320. Therefore, yung loss na yun ay kabawasan technically sa capital. Kaya yung capital dito ay na-debit. Number 5, yung capital sa drawing, same din siya ng effect na ibabawas ito sa owner's capital. Yun yung withdrawal. So, yun yung paliwanag na binanggit natin doon sa 5 journal entries ng income summary. Here is an actual example of the closing entries using Gray Electronics repair services transactions. So, pansinin nyo, andyan pa rin si date, and then yung journal entry, service revenue, ito yung sa number 1, tapos income summary, magkano? 9,850 debit credit. And then yung expenses, i-itemize mo lahat sa expenses, isa-isahin mo na lahat yan magiging credit para nga ma-zero out mo si expense kasi nga ang kanyang normal balance or normal side ay debit. So para nga ma-zero out mo siya, kailangan mo siyang i-credit, bangga ang income summary. Ganon din si net loss. No, kabawasan siya sa capital, kaya na-debit si capital. Ito yung figure kanina na 2,320. Closing owner's drawing, ganun pa rin, yung 7,000 na yan, ay kabawasan sa capital. Kaya naka-debit si capital at naka-credit yung drawing account. And then, ito na yung post posting the closing entries to the general ledger. Siyempre, after mo pa rin siyang i-journal entry, ilalapat mo pa rin siya sa ledger or sa general ledger. Same procedure pa rin, kagaya ng pagpo-post natin, yung mga naunang ginawa natin, ay kagaya pa rin itong gagawin natin sa closing entries. Tingnan natin, no, yung service revenue, in debit siya, 9,850 para mag-zero out kasi ang kanyang normal balance or normal side ay credit. Expenses, ganun din, normal side niya ay debit, kaya yung closing entries dito ay nasa credit siya 4,000. Salaries expense, same, lahat ng expenses, ganyan. The utilities expense, the rent expense, supplies expense, taxes and licenses expense, bad debts expense, Mr. Gray drawing, at Mr. Gray capital. Tingnan nyo, itong capital, ang kanyang ending ay 3,880. After posting the accounts, we will also prepare a ledger to the income summary to check if we have missed an important account to be closed. If the income summary account balance is not zero, means that some temporary accounts are not yet closed. So, closing service revenue account, credit natin 9,850. Closing expense account, debit natin 12,170. So, closing net loss, ito yung 2,320. In the end, zero balance ang makikita dito. Therefore, wala tayong nakalimutang i-close base dito sa lumalabas na zero balance. Post-closing trial balance. After closing the temporary accounts, only the permanent accounts are left with balances in the ledger. From these balances, another trial balance is prepared called the post-closing trial balance. These balances in the post-closing trial balance will be brought forward as the beginning balances of the same accounts in the next accounting period. So dito, makikita natin sa example na ito yung post-closing trial balance, ganun pa rin, no, sa heading niya, name of the company, then the post-closing trial balance at as of December 31, 2020. So dapat balanse pa rin yung debit credit. Pag hindi balanse, iti-trace back pa rin yan. And itong as of December 31 na ito na yung magiging beginning balance natin, which is January 1, 2021. And that's it for our lesson for this week. And this is the last topic for our service type of business. And now for the question of the week. After preparing for closing entries in the general journal, what is the next step? Letter A, prepare post-closing trial balance. Letter B, posting it to the general journal. Letter C, prepare reversal entry. And letter D, prepare balance sheet. Comment your answers in the comment section. Hanggang dito na lang ulit tayo, class. See you again next week for our new lesson, which will be about the merchandising business. Have a nice day.